Welcome back to Syncore Gaming, everybody. So first of all, I would like to address my absence. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I'm working on getting married currently, so that eats up a lot of time. I've been dealing with some physical issues, medical physical problems. And with that, I've been having, doctor's appointments. I apologize for my voice, too. Doctor's appointments, physical therapy appointments, and stuff that eats up a lot of time. And part of it also, it kind of boils down to, because of all of this, the stuff that's going on, I have not been in the mood to record any videos. So I'm going to try to jump back into it. I'm going to try and get back into it. It is probably going to feel a little weird, but I hope that you guys have kind of stuck around and been patient. If not, I understand. And to any new viewers, hey, welcome. Thanks for checking out the video. So today I'm gonna do just a material farming video. I guess what I can do is kind of go over, some of the stuff that I've been going through, so that people understand a little bit better. So what it was is I worked at a grain elevator, and on the job I was working with other guys. We were trying to get something done, and I fell and landed pretty hard right on my tailbone. And at the time I didn't think anything of it. I fell, it hurt, whatever. I got picked up and we went back to work. We started, it just started working again, got everything finished, and, why is that messed up? Went home for the day. And I thought, I got home and I got cleaned up, took a shower, I ate a little bit, and I was thinking, I still hurt. So I took a little bit of Advil, or Aleve, whatever it was I took. I took some medicine. And took some medicine and relaxed for a little bit downstairs in the chair with the dog, and thought, okay, I gotta go to work in the morning, so I need to get to bed. So I came upstairs, laid down, got to sleep, and woke up. So I had to be at work at 7:30 the next morning. I woke up at about 6:30, 6:15, 6:30, and I couldn't move. So I rolled, got myself propped up, sat up on the edge of the bed, and the way this is set up is you leave my bedroom door and you come into where my PC setup is, and where I do all my recording. So from the edge of my bed to my chair is probably about 10 feet, 12 feet, and it took me about 10 minutes to make it that distance. So I sat down and called my supervisor, said, hey, I'm not going to be able to get into work. I fell, and he said, what's up? I said, well, I fell yesterday. Now, I said that because I would have thought that the person that was, supervising me when all of that happened would have made a report of it. I was wrong. So I said, I fell yesterday. And he said, no, I didn't know that. I said, okay, well, yeah, I fell, busted my tailbone up, it feels like, and I hurt. And he said, well, have you been to the doctor? I said, well, no, I'm not that concerned about it. I just hurt. That's what it is. I'm sore, and I just need the day. I'll be back Monday, because it happened on a Thursday, so this was Friday that I was talking to him. And I said, I'll be back Monday. He said, well, because it happened here, we've got to, we've got to check it out. Now, I was not at all worried about this. I wasn't going to. What are you doing, Wolf? I wasn't going to go through workman's comp. I wasn't going to do any of that. It wasn't that, to me at the time, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I said, well, okay, if I have to do it, I have to do it. So he said, all right, if you can get yourself to a doctor, I will meet you, where we need to go. I said, okay, well, I don't think that I can drive myself, but I'll wake my fiance up and see if she can get me there. So we finally, I finally get her up. She gets dressed. We get me dressed, because at that point I couldn't dress myself. And we head out, talk to the doctor, do this stuff, and they said, well, here's the deal. We're gonna, this was a couple of day process. Finally, it comes back. They said, hey, we're gonna have you hold off going back to work for a little while. We're gonna put you on workman's comp, and we're gonna have you, just hold off going back to work. I said, okay. Now, here's the deal. I had never been on workman's comp before in my entire life. I didn't know how it worked. So I sat at home for 3 weeks before I, before I heard anything. It was 3 weeks. And the supervisor calls me. He said, so, what, have you heard anything? I said, I've heard what you've heard. That was all I've heard, was what was told to us whenever we were both there. And he said, so you haven't talked to insurance or the workman's comp or, your case manager or anybody? And I was stunned. I said, wait, what do you mean insurance case manager? What is all that? He said, well, you're supposed to talk to the insurance company that we have that is taking care of your case. I said, okay, well, I guess I can do that, but you have any, and I asked him, I said, do you have any idea when I might be able to get back? And he said, well, we can't let you back until you're cleared. I said, okay, because I need to, I've got to either quit this job or, figure something out, because I've got bills that are starting to pile up. And the supervisor said to me, he said, you haven't been paid. I said, well, no, I haven't been working. Again, this is first time ever on workman's comp. Is there things I didn't realize? He said, no, under workman's comp, we pay you a certain amount of your wage. I said, oh, okay. That would have been nice to know, because I haven't had any money for 3 weeks. He said, all right, we're going to get this taken care of. So he gets off the phone, and I'm sitting there. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Who do I need to get a hold of? Who do I need to talk to get paid like they said I'm supposed to? So it's probably 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. And the supervisor gets back in touch with me. He says, okay, here's this phone number and this person. Here's this phone number and this person. Go ahead and, I've made the preliminary calls. You go ahead and call them, let them know who you are, what's going on, and, get things taken care of on your end. So fast forward, all of that stuff's done. I'm getting paid, and I'm, sitting around. I'm starting to get bored. I can't really get anything done around the house because I can't really move, which, we're 5-6 weeks into it now, and it's starting to be concerning to me, because I'd never, I've had back problems. Back gets sore. You take a little bit of medicine. You relax for the day, and you're good by the next. And like I said, we're 5, 6, 7 weeks into this, and I still hurt. I'm still having problems. I've started physical therapy at this point, and that helps. And what I didn't realize was how much it helped until I wasn't able to go anymore because we had lost the authorization for me to have any more visits. Because the insurance company that I'm going through for all of this has not been very good. I have not appreciated it very much. It's not been very helpful. So I've been in physical therapy, but I am now currently waiting to get authorization to go back again. And because of that, I didn't realize how much the physical therapy helped until I wasn't going to it. So they finally get me in. I start seeing an actual pain management doctor. So he gets me in there, and the first thing, I had x-rays. I think it was the first day that we ended up going to the hospital. I got x-rays that day because they wanted to check stuff out. And they said, oh, your x-rays look fine. There's nothing wrong. You're okay. And I said, okay. You guys are the professionals. You know that. So I start seeing this pain management doctor. And the first thing he does is he orders MRIs. He says, hey, these are the areas with what's going on and the pain that you feel, and it hurts when I touch you here, and your range of motion and the things that are wrong. These are the areas that I want MRIs done on. So we'll get that all set up. Your workman's comp will take care of it. You don't have to pay anything out of pocket. You just got to show up at the appointment. I said, okay, we can do that. So it took a long time to get the MRI scheduled, and then after we got it scheduled, it was a long time before the appointment. So we finally get, it's the day of the MRI, and man, those are just uncomfortable experiences, aren't they? You just lay. I was in my particular magnet tube for, I don't know, I think I was in there for like an hour and 15 minutes or something. It was long. it was long. Because then, if you've never been in an MRI, you just lay there. You can't move. You can't do anything. They pump music into the tube for you to listen to so you don't lose your mind. They give you, headphones that they put on you, and you listen to music for, however long it is. And I listen to a lot of classic rock, and that, thankfully, is one of the options. And it got to the point where I was in there long enough that, they're playing songs I know, and I know generally about how long they are. And I start timing the amount of time that I've been in this, in this tube by the songs I've listened to and about how long they are. I was only off by about 6 minutes, I think. So about the length of one song, I was off. So finally get it all done, and then it's another, after the MRI appointment, it was another 2 weeks before we got to do the follow-up, which has only been, the follow-up appointment was about right at 4 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago now. So this has been fairly recent. So we're at the follow-up. You finally get to the follow-up appointment, and we're going over the MRIs, and he's talking about stuff, and showing me what everything is, what all of the colors mean, and where parts of my body are and how they correlate, and what we're looking at and what it's supposed to look like. And he's kind of going down the area on my spine that we were looking at. And I saw it, and because he had already explained what healthy vertebrae looked like. If you've seen MRI images, a healthy vertebrae, it's solid white, and that's the marrow and the interior of the vertebrae that is bouncing back that magnetic resonance. However it all works, I don't understand all of it. I'm kind of just regurgitating words and terms that he used for this stuff. But I saw it before he said anything, and like I said, we had already gone over, this is what healthy vertebrae look like, and this is this, and this is that. And down in my lower spine, down by my tailbone, there's two vertebrae down there that were just completely black. Just completely black. And I thought, oh, that doesn't seem like it's a good thing. So he gets down to those, and he says, now this is this is where the trouble spot is. This is where we're having the issue. I said, well, yeah, that's right about where it hurts. He said, so what this looks like is, those parts of your lower spine and those vertebrae look to be deteriorating. They look to be falling apart. And I said, what? How does that happen? Just falling on my butt one time. Well, I've fallen on my butt a lot, but. And he said, well, what it could be, years of it. It could be this, it could be that. And he said it could all, it's also could be genetic. And I said, oh, I didn't realize that this was a genetic disease. I didn't realize that this is something that could be passed down. He said, yeah, there are a lot of stuff that is classified as a disease. A lot of it, can be passed on. And the reason that kind of startled me, but it also answered some questions, is because my dad has the exact same thing. And, is looking at the whole situation, it's kind of been startling for me. It's kind of been worrying for me because over the years, I've watched what this, what this condition has done to my dad. And I was talking to my mom about it, and the joke that I made to my mom about it was, Dad is in far, for his age, Dad is in far better shape and takes far better care of himself than I do. And I've watched what it's done to him, and I've watched how this condition has affected him over the years, and I don't know. It terrifies me what is going to happen to me. And she said, well, maybe this is what you need to, maybe get on top of it and, start taking better care of yourself. Which this has done a number of things for me. And I don't know why this is what's done some of them, but it is. I have started trying to take
just a moment.
Better care of myself. Eat as better as well as I can. Start cooking food instead of going out. Which I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of the hardest part of this. Is not going out to eat, but and some other things. It's kind of made me, I don't know, look back, take a look at myself and realize that it's not just my physical self that needs worked on, that needs things done to. It's kind of my mental and my emotional self also. There's some things I need to work on. And so I've been trying to do that again. That in part is, you know, what's kept me away. But yeah, you know, so that's where I am, kind of medically at the moment, and that's, you know, a big part of what has caused my absence. But on a brighter note, like I said, I am getting married. We're getting married in April. My fiance and I have been together for I don't know. She says 6 years. I think it's been 7. I don't argue with her anymore. I just say, okay, that's probably how long we've been together. It's easier that way. Nobody gets angry. I've actually done some thinking about that, and I think she actually is right. But at this point, it's a pride thing. Yeah, I can't just admit to it now. But yeah, that I did not know how much crap was involved in getting married. See, there's a great joke. She hates it. I love it. So after the day after I proposed to her, we were going into town. We had planned on going into town already, but what did I miss? You know, we had already planned on going into town, and we were gonna, you know, go to the mall or something. I can't remember now. And on the way to town, we were talking about it, you know, because it was fresh on our minds. So, you know, something big had just happened, and she said, so what, you know, what kind of wedding do you want? How do you want to do it? And I kind of giggled and laughed and didn't say anything. She said, what? I said, you really don't want to know what I want to do. And she said, no, we're in this together. I do want to know what kind of wedding do you have? What do you want to do for it? And I looked over at her and I said, I want to go to the courthouse and get married at the courthouse, and then later on down the line we can just have a reception and let everybody know we got married. And there was a pause, and she looked over at me. She said, no, you're right, I didn't want to know what you wanted to do. I said, I know, but that's okay. So anyway, we're it's you know, just a small kind of thing, but there's so much that I never ever realized was involved in this. It's mind-boggling to me. Colors. Well, I'm just gonna wear. I was just gonna wear. You know, go rent a tux. It's, well, we have to have colors. For what? What is the importance of the color? Well, it's just our wedding colors. Okay. Well, again, it kind of goes back to the how long have we been together thing. I'm not going to argue with it. Thank God for my mom, because she's helped in this a whole lot. I will say that I did contribute one thing that I am super proud of, and so far has gone over very well. So our wedding invitations, one, I picked them out because I thought that they were really freaking cool. It's like a 3-piece foldy thing, and the RSVP card is part of it, and the invitation is part of it, and it, you know, folds up on itself, and you can tear the RSVP card off of it and, you know, mail that back. So what we did is, you know, just got a whole bunch of postcard stamps. That was, you know, pretty easy fix for that. Just get a bunch of postcard stamps, and we put a stamp on the RSVP card. Like, hey, you now have no reason to not send this back to us. We've already paid for you don't even have to buy an envelope. It's a postcard. Just send it back. So But like I said, the invitation itself folds up onto itself and it looks like an envelope. Um, so I was looking at them, and like I said, I really liked them. I thought they were neat. So you close it up and it looks like an envelope. And they come with these little round sticky thingies to, close them. And I'm like, man, it just seems tacky. And, where is you're not what no, okay, there it is. I was looking at him, like, man, that sticky thing, I don't like that. It's dumb looking to me. So, I did some thinking on it and trying to figure out something else we could do, like, find some way so the sticky thing isn't just over the top of it. And funny enough, I was watching Game of Thrones, and it occurred to me. Thought, what would be really freaking cool is to wax seal the invitation. Now, the invitation went into an envelope. We could have. I talked to him at the post office. We could have wax sealed the envelope, but I decided not to do that because the people at the post office even told me, it runs through a sorting machine. And if that wax seal is on the outside, if it's on the envelope itself, there's a strong possibility that it's going to tear up that wax seal running through the sorting machine. But I said, okay, what about the part that's inside? Because it folds up kind of like an envelope. I said, what about that part? What if we were to wax seal that part and then it was in the envelope? And they said, no, that should work. I mean, it may throw off the machine, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know that it will, but it could. I said, okay, that's awesome. So, my family does primitive reenacting, pre-colonial. So we're talking about the late 17, early 1800s. And further back than that. So we've got a bunch of weird stuff that normal people don't have. We've got things so my dad actually had a wax. He had a seal stamp. So, and it's it's in it's just the letter of our last name. And I thought, oh yeah, it's all coming together. So he's got sealing wax, but we didn't know that he had enough of it. So I got on Amazon and I found, they've got wax sealing kits. So got that, and I sat down with my mom and my fiance, and we just sat down and did all the invitations, and I wax sealed all of the invitations closed. And we mailed them out, and a lot of the people that are going to come to our wedding are relatively close to us, so it only took like a day for the invitations to get there. So it's the next day or the day after, and I start getting texts from some of my friends that I've mailed them to, like, hey, your wedding invitations are freaking incredible. I love this. This is a really neat idea, and it's awesome that you did this. And then come to find out, I was talking to my mom yesterday, I think, and she was telling me about some of her friends that have gotten them too. They're my friends. They're her age, but they're my friends. Doing primitive reenacting for 20 some years. We've done this, and being around these people for so long, a lot of these people really kind of become extended family. I've grown up with these people. I've been taught by these people. I've learned things from these people. They've helped raise me. They've seen me grow, that kind of thing. So a lot of these people are kind of like family. So she's getting calls from her friends, like, "Hey, these were really, really cool. This was a neat idea, and I think that this was really nice." So she was telling me about that, and I got a big head about it. Like, yeah, that was my idea. My idea. I came up with that. So yeah, that we're gonna go ahead and I'll run the video until I'm done cutting the wood, and then maybe I'll make something. Do I have? I can't remember. I leveled up, by the way. And is that my poison get rid of her? Yes, it is. So I am now. It doesn't matter if I ever get poisoned, because I can get rid of it. Yes, my poison get rid of her. Do I? Oh, right. Do I have a bow that I've made? I do. Heavy bow of speed. Is that what? Yeah. Okay. So I don't. Well, no, that's not true. I do still need to make them so that I can level this up. So we'll get this done. We'll get all of the. Man, I'm getting a lot of crits on that. That is awesome. It makes me happy. Because every time I crit, instead of getting one board, I get 3 boards. So I've gotten, I think, 4 crits that I've counted. 3 or 4 crits that I've counted. It may have been 3, and the other one was the level up. So that's awesome. That makes me happy, because it's extra logs that I don't have to go find. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's what's been going on. That's why I've been absent. Is when I said I've had a lot going on and a lot of things that have kept me away, and some personal stuff in my life, that that's what it is. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, I am going to try to get back into this. Gonna try and make the time to start doing it. I am back to work in a clerical position. They've got me in the office now, running the probe and the scales for grain coming in, which it's February, the middle of February. So we're not really getting a whole lot, but we do still get some. So I'm doing that right now, so I'm back to work. So with that, I kind of have to, and it's and I can do it. Only making half-hour videos, which this one will be a little bit longer. Only making half-hour videos or so. I can get off work. I can come home, relax, let the dog out. Take care of her. Get a shower in, or I can shower after. It's not like I'm out doing any heavy labor anymore, so I don't get super dirty. So I could do it after I get off work of an afternoon. So I could, theoretically, potentially, I could have. Man, that's a lot of crits. This is awesome. I could, potentially have a video every day. Again, I've still got really crappy internet, so the upload times are still really, really long, but the shorter the video, the less time it takes to upload it. I believe I discussed before that I have, for the time being, dropped the Diablo 2 videos and the Star Wars videos. Part of it with the Star Wars videos is, one, nobody's really watching them, and I want to also, now that I'm back to work, I have to, manage what I'm doing. So the Star Wars videos is just another thing on the plate, but also because of the music in Star Wars and the music they use in the game, they actually use the orchestral pieces from the movies and stuff like that. Every time I upload a Star Wars video, I get a hit on my channel It's not one. It's not a strike, but it is a copyright notice that I am using copyrighted material. And because of that, like I said, it doesn't strike the channel, but it does let me know, hey, you're using copyrighted material. Just wanted to make you aware of
What
it.
do you need?
And I want to. What do I need? Is it a rough wrapping? Is that what it is? Nope, 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 not there. Rough leather. Okay.
Is there
I
something
just
I
I
can do
don't
for you?
want to I don't want to push my luck on that. Like I know they said, oh, it's not gonna be a problem. Nothing's gonna come of it. We're just letting you know, and I don't know that I want to fight that. Oh, how many do I need? I don't know. So that's part of it with the Star Wars videos. The Diablo 2 videos, again, like the Star Wars videos, nobody was watching them. Now, the Star Trek videos, people really seem to, and I don't know if the people that watch these ones are the same people that are watching the Star Trek Online ones, but people really seem to enjoy those as well. So those I'm going to keep going with. Um, just so I've got a little bit of variety. And I know I said that I was gonna, start adding other games, and I still plan to, but right now I think it'll just be these two, and I can cycle, back and forth, um, on these two. So we start on a Monday. Monday I'll do Lord of the Rings. Tuesday I'll do Star Trek. Monday or Wednesday I'll do Lord of the Rings, and just stagger it like that and make one every day. Um, I think that'll probably be the best option. So for now, that is what I'm gonna do. Is run it like that. Um, Man, how many of these are on my 23? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go up to that. Okay, yeah, just make all of them, and I'll just sell them all. It'll give me some money at least. Oh, I forgot about stuff. No, I can't right now. You go down there. You go down there. Okay. So, yeah, we'll do that. Um, I will try to make one tomorrow. This shouldn't take too long to compile and edit and do all of that stuff. Probably an hour, um, and then I can start the upload before I go to bed. So by tomorrow, well, by the time I get off work tomorrow, it should be uploaded. Should be, I hope. Um, which would actually be a really, really good turnaround. Because I'm making this one kind of late, honestly. Um, it's almost 9 o'clock here. I have to go to bed soon. But if I do this, I get off work at 4. If I come home, start the video at 5, be done by 5:30, 5:45, get the editing done by 6:30, 6:15, 6:30, and then start the upload immediately. Should be done by the time I get off work the next day, and it'll just be a great big cycle. So that'd be kind of nice. But yeah, we are going to work on more content, or continuing content. Um, I can finally make rare stuff. I don't want defense. I need speed. Clicking this button here allows you to use your crit material, which is resin for woodworking. Um, the base chance to crit on a crafted item is 25%. Using the crit item gives you an extra 45%, making it a crit chance of 70% to get a good item. And there are far better items that you can get. Even, well, No, I don't think the single-use... I don't think the single-use recipes you can start using until you're level 20. I don't think. I can't remember, but I don't think you can start using single-use recipes until you're level 20. So until level 20, the purples are the best you can get, I believe. I'm not sure. But I do think that's the case. So you can see the difference. So the heavy Rowan Bow of Speed is what I'm currently using. And the hardened Rowan Bow of Speed is the upgrade to the heavy. So you can see the difference. It's, it doesn't look huge. You've got a 2-point minimum and a 3-point maximum damage difference. Your DPS goes up by, a fair amount, honestly. And then it gives you... So you can see in the green where it has 1.5% all skill inductions, minus 1.5%. So what that means is anything that has to be channeled, channels 1.5% faster with the heavy. With the hardened, it's 3%, so it doubles that. So anything that has to be channeled now channels 3% faster, which means you pump out your damaging spells or your damaging abilities or your channeled heals. It also goes to cast time. It's channel and cast with induction. I'm going back to like WoW times where certain ones did certain things. So no. Induction is all of it. It's channel and cast. It'll be 3% faster, and it's a nice bump. You don't really notice it until you get into bigger fights where you're pumping out more damage and you're getting your abilities out quicker. And these I always do one at a time, because even at 70%, there's still... Okay, so I critted on it. So I got the bow that I was after. So we're going to turn that off because I don't want to use any more of those. And I can make 6 more bows, which is going to help with this, because I still have to get up to 400. So this had been discussed before. In order to unlock the next level, you have to finish the bronze level. So I can now unlock and make grade 2 items. However... bronze unlocks the new grade and then unlocks this. So once you unlock bronze on this one, it unlocks your second tier, but bronze also unlocks the ability to crit. On your apprentice, I can crit on, and then I've got this other, the gold anvil. What that means is in order to be able to crit on Journeyman, I have to get the gold anvil up here, because it will not allow me to move further until this one is completely mastered. It's not that hard. It's time consuming, but it's not that hard. So whenever you think you don't need, the tier previous resources and materials, go back and check. Make sure that, you've finished out your mastery on both of them. So... No. So we're going to go ahead and finish this out. Don't care about my titles. Go ahead and finish this out. Oh, well, I just critted without using an item, so that's kind of nice. Oh, and I critted again. Man, that's awesome. Okay, so we will... Nope. Come in here. Nope. Real weird that I can't remember what I'm doing. So, here's one of my crits. Boom. I want to equip that. And there we go. Got myself a good bow. In order to get good weapons, I will either have to make an alt character or buy them. These that I've got, I'm just going to sell off. I'm not worried about too much right now. Oh, it didn't matter. I wasn't doing anything today. So that stuff I'm going to keep too. Auction house. You can put anything you want within reason. I think there's certain things you can't put on the auction house. But honestly, I've noticed that the auction house in Lord of the Rings is kind of just for buying materials and other stuff like that. Not a whole lot of... let me go ahead and burn both of those too. Yeah, not a whole lot of people put... now higher level stuff, end game stuff, you find that stuff on there too. And you can find... no, I don't want a tome of tracking. I don't need a tome of tracking. You can find other, items, stuff like that on the auction house. I don't personally see any point to it. And I've been told, there are other people, my brother, other people that I played with, like, well, why do you spend so much time crafting stuff? And it's like, because they say, well, you're just going to out-level that gear. And I'm like, yeah, you are. But I like crafting. I like doing that. That's an aspect of this game in particular that I really, really like. I enjoy doing it. So that's why I do the crafting. There is something that I need to do. Because I am no longer... Nope. Okay. Didn't I... Oh, no, I did not. That's right. I didn't go get the cosmetic set that I wanted because I don't have the marks to do it because it's very expensive to get. And because I didn't think I could go to a skirmish camp. I forgot that there's a skirmish camp. Where is it? Up here. I forgot about that. So anyway, hey, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it for tonight. You got to watch me run around and cut up trees. Good times. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I am going to try and, get myself back into the motivated state to keep doing these. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. Hit like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, really helps me out, helps me, get out there and, get more people into the videos and seeing them. But yeah, until next time, guys, I hope that your adventures are just as fun as mine.